Thank you for tuning in to another edition of the PulseWave Report with yours truly, the Algo Capitalist, aka the Vulcan, coming to you live from PulseWaveTrading.com, home of the world famous PulseWave Price Trigger Reports. Do me a favor and smash that like button. Let me know that you care and you want these end of day reports to continue. Otherwise, I have other things I can be doing with my time. All right, jumping right into the first chart, we got Facebook. So as you can see here, we had that crash alert that we talked about last night. And just as anticipated, we got that downside production today. It's looking like this thing could head south of 250. All right, so I think that's where we're going. Somewhere between 250 and 245-ish is what I would assume for Facebook. Next up is the E-mini Nasdaq 100 futures contract. Excuse me, same thing. Had that crash alert coming into it for today, and look at the downside production we got all the way down to the bottom of the Kumo cloud support. So it went exactly where we assumed that it would go. The question is, how much deeper of a correction do we have on our hands? That is the million-dollar question. Where do we go from here? Do we fall off the cliff? If we do, we're talking a very large drop, and it could be 2,000 points. Ouch. What about silver? Well, here's our silver futures. As you can see here, it's still bearish. The bears are still in control. Here's your crash alert. Continued downside production. But we're stopping short of, going into the Kumo cloud here. So very interesting times right now. I know all the intraday rallies are being sold by the bears. What about the Australian dollar? Well, the Australian dollar caught that technical bounce. We had this rally alert. We got the upside productions you can see here. The question is, can the bulls keep this going? Do we have more upside to come? Or is the market going to say, that's it, bears come in and we roll over? Bitcoin futures composite index. Well, as you can see here, we had the rally alert here. We had the upside continuation of production. And it looks like we may not be over just yet per se. Right where we are now, this 51 to 52,000 zone is a resistance area. Don't know how much left there is in the tank. So this is definitely one to watch. Follow the report on this one, and that's all I can tell you on that one. Next up, we got the Canadian dollar. All right, so the Canadian dollar, as you can see, here was the rally alert. Here's the upside production. We've been drifting downward ever since. Don't know if the bulls are going to be able to keep this bid and try to run it back up to the overhead trend line resistance in the bottom of the Kumo cloud, which is at 127. Or is the bears going to come in here and beat it down? I think right now, since the bulls have control of the market, we still got at least another attempt or two in it left in the tank to try to get it back up again. We shall see. It's a lot to overcome. All this downside is a lot to overcome. Next up, we got the euro yen. And just like I said, it looked like the euro yen was leading the equities down, but as you can see here, it stopped short and reversed today. So bears are still in control. Looks like this rally could be sold, but we still got to take a good look at this. What's really about to happen? Bears are in control, though. Make no mistake about it. What about Dogecoin? Well, after that big run up, we have been cooled off. Flatline. Look at this. Very narrow ranges. Market is going nowhere, but for right now, at the moment, the bulls have the market levitated. So it ceased going down. Bulls have the slim advantage right now. Next up, we got Ethereum. So Ethereum, as you can see here, we have a rally alert for tonight into tomorrow's trading. Constant flip-flopping here on the Ethereum. We're at a resistance point, obviously. The question is, can the bulls wrestle this away from the bears and give us another run? Or is this one about to roll over? The market has ceased trending. You see the ticking time bomb in the bottom right-hand corner. We are in a neutral zone, waiting for some kind of breakout or breakdown to happen. What about Chainlink? Well, as you can look here, Here's the rally alert. Here's 2 days of upside production. This one looks like it wants to run and try to challenge the overhead resistance zones, but we do have a bearish pointer right here that we cannot ignore as well. So we'll see which way it can go. Are the bulls going to win this one or the bears? Right now, the bulls have it. Next up, we got Litecoin. All right, so here is your Litecoin. As you can see, we have the rally alert here. Here's the upside production. This one looks like it wants to test more upside resistance. So right now the bulls have it, and we'll see how much further they can push it. Next up, we have the junior gold miners, GDXJ. All right, so this one's flip-flopping. We had the rally alert coming into today. Instead, we got a new leg down, no upside production whatsoever. Now we have a crash alert for tomorrow's trading, and this is probably going to be on the back of gold because gold did put that leg in lower, as you saw. All right, next up we got Theta. So here is your Theta. All right, so we have the rally alert here, and we got 2 days of nice upside production. Looks like this one is ready to run. Next up, we got Xrp Ripple. So the Xrp Ripple has the rally alert, and here's the slight upside production. Bulls still have it. It's keeping the market sustained at the moment. I think at some point, though, the momentum is going to pick up, and a test and takeout of this overhead bullish pointer will definitely be in play, followed by the one way over here. You probably can't see it. Let me push it back. Right here. Right here. That's the key bullish pointer right there. Secondary one was right here. It failed to take this one out. So you could argue that this was a failure run and that the market's just going to fall from here. And that's a good point. We'll just have to wait and see how it plays out. Next up, we got Gamestop. So Gamestop did come up and fill the gap just as I told you it would, and has since fallen back down, but it's maintaining that $100 threshold. All right, so right now the bulls have the slight advantage, keeping the market elevated here above the Kumo cloud and the trend line support. Will it last? We will have to see. I have to say, looking at it right here, it looks like upside potential still exists in this market. Next up, we got Hack. Hack is indicating that there is nothing nefarious planned on the Illuminati's table of destruction. Looks like all is quiet, all is well at the moment, and we had a crash alert coming in today. You see the downside production, you see the respect at the bottom of the Kumo cloud where the market landed. Will we get more downside? Are we going to roll over the cliff and just plummet from here? We will see. However, can't ignore the bullish pointer back here. So we'll see how this one plays out as well. How about JNUG? Well, since the junior miners are doing what they're doing, is it not surprising to see that the JNUG, which is based on the GDXJ, is doing exactly what GDXJ is doing? We got a crash alert for tomorrow. So I anticipate that this one has much further downside to come as well. How about this one? We don't usually talk about this one a lot. This is MARA, M-A-R-A, which is Marathon Patent Group. We have flip-floppage left and right, as you can see on here. But now we flipped back to a rally alert for tomorrow's trading. A lot of overhead resistance. We'll see how far the bulls can take it. And then we'll see if the bears are going to get ready and smack the rally back down. We shall see. Next up, we got bonds. Bonds have been in trouble. As you can see, just total carnage on this chart. Just plummeting. New legs lower, bearish pointer right here. You had a rally alert with absolutely no takers, no bids in the market whatsoever. Market comes right back down again with this crash alert and this downside production. I think we're about to take the pointer out. I think if all else being equal and nothing changes, I think the TLT, the bonds, the long bonds are in jeopardy of dropping below par. I have not seen a long bond below par since the late 90s, the late 1990s. I kid you not. I have not seen that since the late 1990s. That's over 2 decades ago, 20 years ago. ladies and gentlemen. Ouch. So I can tell you, ouch. That means these interest rates are going to explode. The Fed can't keep those interest rates at zero, not when the bond prices are collapsing like this. Next up is Tesla, who took $1 billion and plopped it into Bitcoin. Well, here's what we got. We got this crash alert. We had this downside production today, but we can't ignore the bullish pointer right here. I think at some point, the market's going to snap right back and head north of 850. But for right now, the bears have it. Let's see if they're going to take it down to the trend line support. I'm sorry, the Kumo cloud support right here at the bottom of the cloud, which could put prices, sub 600. So, ouch. And last but not least, here is the infamous gold futures. And as you can see, ouch, we put that new leg lower down today. And it looks like the support is just non-existent in the market, with prices continuing to plummet in the gold futures. So you got your margin orders, you got your reports listed on your dashboard. You know what's good. Keep in mind the new Bitcoin entry on, you will find it under my watch list on your dashboard. Just pull up my watch list and you'll see the Bybit Bitcoin alerts there. Okay, that's the actual alerts that I use for trading Bitcoin on Bybit. All right, so there you have it, folks. Smash that like button for me, and remember, bulls make money, bears make money, and pigs get slaughtered. So remember to take what you can and give nothing back. And yeah, I see you, man. Yeah, it does kind of feel like everything is dead. I know everything seems to be just falling apart right before our eyes, but not really just yet. It's not really falling apart just yet. I think that is yet to come. But at some point, yeah, then you will see that, and it won't be just a feeling anymore. It'll be a reality. So definitely, like they say, look out below. Follow the reports, man. Don't be out here winging it. Just follow the reports to the best of your ability. Don't be greedy. Take profits when you see them, or at least lock in those profits. All right, and just make it do what it do, man. Y'all know what to do out here. All right, that's what the PulseWave reports are for. They tell you what to do. All right, so you're not out here like, oh, I don't know what to do. Nah, you ain't got to worry about it. That's what the PulseWaves are there for, okay? All right, I'm out of here, fam. Peace.